Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
Today, we will improve our shopping cart functionality by updating the quantity of items in the cart. We'll also see how we can remove items from the cart, and we will understand use atom versus use set atom versus use atom value. So let's go ahead and head over to our product list.js file, and within this file, what we'll do is we'll be updating our add to cart method. So here, instead of this older version, what we'll do is we'll be updating it with our newer version. So here you can see that first of all, we are checking whether this product that we are trying to add to the cart exists or not. And that is being done by comparing the IDs over here. And if the ID matches, that means the item already exists. And if it exists, then we are simply updating the item quantity by 1. Otherwise, we are just adding the item itself. And here, we are returning the cart. So, if an item is already in the cart, its quantity increases instead of duplicating the item. Now, let's go ahead and save this and head over to our cart.js file. Over here, we'll be updating quantity and removing items. So, after this cart constant, we will be adding another method and we'll call it as update quantity. So here we have our update quantity and we'll be updating this with set cart. So here we are initializing it using the use atom, and here we have now set cart method, which is going to initialize, which is going to set the value of the cart over here based on the quantity increment or decrement. Now over here, we will be also adding function of removing an item from the cart altogether. So remember, we are doing two things. We are either removing the item from the cart itself, or we are increasing or decreasing the quantity of the item. So let's say there's just one item and its quantity is also 1. In that case, if you will be decreasing the quantity of the item, it is going to automatically remove that item from the cart. Now let's go ahead and add few buttons over here so that we can call these functions. Now here inside the li, we'll be introducing these 3 buttons. So we have update quantity, and here you can see we are using it for both the purposes, increasing as well as decreasing, and then we have remove from cart. So here we have added the buttons, and we also have introduce the quantity as well for this particular. Now, let's go ahead and run this. We'll say npm start, and this is going to launch it in the browser. So initially, we have an empty cart, and if I go and click on add to cart, you'll notice that the item quantity is shown over here. I can increment that by clicking on the plus symbol, or I can decrement it as well. I can keep on adding new products in the cart, and if I try to re-add them, you will notice that instead of re-adding that item, its quantity is getting increased by 1. And then I can go ahead and remove it as well. And then I can go ahead and decrement it as well. As soon as the quantity comes to 1 and I try removing that quantity, it is going to remove that product because that's how it's going to work. So let's go ahead and add a few more over here. Now, if I click on remove, it's going to remove the item altogether. And if I add 4 quantities and decrease it, you'll notice that it's decrementing it 1 by 1. So that's how the cart is functioning. And over here, let's understand a few things. We have made use of use atom. So use atom basically reads and updates an atom. So here you can see that we have state and set state basically. Then we have use set atom. The use set atom basically updates an atom without rereading its value. And we have use atom value, which reads atom without triggering revendors when updated. Here, in this example, we have made use of use atom, state, set state, as well as in our product list, use atom, state, set state. So in short, we have updated the cart to track item quantity. We implemented increment, decrement functionality, and we added the ability to remove items.
If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.